phones, Babylons can't crack the code.
What do YouTube? B Kelly back again with another banger video, and in today's video, y'all, I'm going to be talking about what happened to the past 10 Jim Thorpe Award winners. Now, if you don't know what the Jim Thorpe Award is, it is given to the most outstanding defensive back in college football. And before I move on with the video, remember to smash that like button as it does help grow the channel as we are on the road to 10K. Now let's get on into the video. In 2011, the winner was LSU defensive back Claiborne. And in the 2011 college football season, in 14 games played, he had 51 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 6 total interceptions. For that season, he was the Jim Thorpe Award winner, a consensus All-American, and SEC Defensive Player of the Year. After this season, he would declare his name for the 2012 NFL Draft, where he was taken in the first round, 6th overall pick by the Dallas Cowboys. Claiborne would play a total of 8 seasons in the NFL during his career. He spent 5 in Dallas, 2 with the New York Jets, and 1 with the Kansas City Chiefs in 2019, which was the last season he has played in the NFL. Now, he's been a solid cornerback for the most part of his career, but he has faced a lot of injury issues. In his career, he has 265 total tackles, 6 of them coming for a tackle for loss. He also has 4 fumble recoveries, 1 forced fumble, and 7 interceptions in his 8-year career. He doesn't really have many accolades to his name, such as Pro Bowls and All-Pro teams, but he did win a Super Bowl with the Chiefs in 2019. In 2012, the Jim Thorpe Award winner was defensive back from Mississippi State, Jonathan Banks. In 2012, in 13 games played, he had 63 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 4 interceptions. That was his final year at Mississippi State, as in the 2013 NFL Draft, he was taken in the second round by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jonathan Banks would end up playing a total of 5 seasons in the NFL with 4 different teams. He's played with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, and the Houston Texans. Banks in his first 2 years in Tampa Bay was a starting cornerback, where he was a solid cornerback, but by year 3, he only started in 7 of the 14 games he played in, and his production kind of fell off quite a bit. In 2016, he started off with Tampa Bay, but then was traded to Detroit. He only lasted 2 games in Detroit before he was released, before ultimately signing for the rest of the season with the Chicago Bears. He would be released by the Bears going into 2017, then he would sign with the Houston Texans, where he would play in 3 games starting in 1 of them before being released. He has not played in the NFL since 2017. In his career, however, he has a total of 146 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a total of 7 interceptions in his career. In 2013, the winner was Darquez Dinard from Michigan State. He played in 13 games in the 2013 season, where he had 60 total tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, 4 interceptions, and 2 forced fumbles. Some of the honors that he had in 2013 was that he was a consensus All-American and he won the Jim Thorpe Award. In the 2014 NFL Draft, he was taken by the Bengals with the 24th pick in the first round. Dinard has played a total of 7 seasons in the NFL so far, spanning from 2014 to 2020. He has spent 6 years in Cincinnati and 1 year in Atlanta, and he's had a pretty solid career so far, as he's had a total of 310 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, and 4 interceptions in his career. For 2021, he signed with the Arizona Cardinals. In the 2014 season, the Jim Thorpe Award winner was from Louisville by the name of Gerard Holloman. Now, this was a breakout season for Gerard, as in 12 games played with the Cardinals, he had 44 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and 1 forced fumble. But you want to hear the crazy stat? The man had 14 total interceptions in the season. The guy tied the NCAA record in 1 season and would declare for the NFL Draft after this breakout season. Unfortunately for Holloman, he was taken in the 7th round by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Holloman would not make it very far with the Pittsburgh Steelers, as he was released during preseason. He would then sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a practice squad member, but he was released during the 2016 NFL offseason. He has been out of the NFL since, but he has played for the Columbus Lions of the National Arena League since 2018. Now on to 2015, we're going to talk about the 2015 winner in Desmond King from Iowa. Now in this season he had a big year, as in 14 games played he had 72 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 8 interceptions. He would not declare early for the 2016 NFL Draft, as he would come back for one final season at Iowa. He would have a little bit of a down season compared to his previous 3 seasons, as in 13 games played he had 58 total tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, and 3 interceptions. In the 2017 NFL Draft, he was taken by the LA Chargers in the 5th round. Desmond King has played a total of 4 seasons in the NFL so far. He has played most of it with the LA Chargers, but he was traded to the Tennessee Titans during the middle of the 2020 NFL season. He's had a decent career so far, but has definitely exceeded expectations as a 5th round pick. He made an All-Pro team in 2018, and in his career, he has had 249 career tackles, 16 of them being for loss, 8.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 5 fumble recoveries, and 4 interceptions in his career so far. He is signed with the Houston Texans for the 2021 NFL season. In the 2016 season, the Jim Thorpe Award winner was defensive back from USC, Adoree Jackson. In 13 games played with the Trojans, Adoree Jackson had 55 total tackles, 46 of them being solo, 2 tackles for loss, 5 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery, and 1 forced fumble. He would declare his name early for the 2017 NFL Draft, as he was the 18th pick in the 1st round by the Tennessee Titans. Adoree Jackson has played in the NFL for 4 total seasons now, all with the Tennessee Titans. In his first 2 seasons, he had 2 really big years, but in these past couple seasons, he has been good, but he has also been hurt. As in 2019, he only played in 11 games, and 2020, he was limited to only 3. So far in his career, however, he has 200 total tackles, 176 of them being solo, 6 tackles for loss, and a total of 2 interceptions in his career. He also has 3 forced fumbles and 2 fumble recoveries in his career, and for 2021, he signed with the New York Giants. For the 2017 college football season, the Jim Thorpe Award winner was Minkah Fitzpatrick from Alabama. He had a monster season in 2017, as he had 60 total tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, 1 interception, and 1 forced fumble. He would declare his name for the NFL Draft and forgo his final season at Alabama, as he was drafted in the 1st round, 11th overall pick by the Miami Dolphins in 2018. Minkah Fitzpatrick has played in the NFL for 3 total seasons now, and he's one of the best safeties in all the NFL despite being young. He played 1 full season in Miami as a rookie, then 2 games in 2019, before being dealt off to the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he's been at since. So far in his career, he has made 2 Pro Bowls and 2 All-Pro teams. His career numbers include 228 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries, and 11 interceptions in only 3 seasons so far. The guy is definitely a very, very good player. In the 2018 season, the winner was Deandre Baker from Georgia. Now in the 2018 season, he played in 12 games where he had 40 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, and 1 forced fumble. Baker was seen as a top cornerback in the 2018 NFL Draft class, and he was taken in the 1st round, 30th overall pick by the New York Giants. Deandre Baker would only play 1 season with the Giants as a rookie, as he played in 16 games, starting in 15 of them, and he showed promise to have potential for the future, as he did have a solid rookie campaign, as he had 61 total tackles, 48 of them being solo, 2 tackles for loss, and 8 pass deflections. But following an arrest in the offseason, he was put on the commissioner's exempt list, and he would eventually be waived by the Giants. He was able to sign in 2020 with the Kansas City Chiefs late in the season, but he was only able to play in 2 games before getting hurt. Now on to 2019, with the Jim Thorpe Award winner for this season being LSU defensive back Grant Delpit. Now in the 2019 season, he played in 14 games where he had 65 total tackles, 4.5 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery, and 1 forced fumble. In this season as well, he was a consensus All-American and even won a national title. He was seen as one of the top defensive backs going into the 2020 NFL Draft, and he was taken in the 2nd round by the Cleveland Browns. Unfortunately, during preseason training camp, he would tear his Achilles and would miss missed the entire 2020 season. The final player that I'm going to be talking about in today's video comes from TCU, and that is Jim Thorpe Award winner Trevon Moehrig. Now, he had a very good 2020 season and a very good career at TCU, and in 2020, in 10 games played, he had 47 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 interceptions. He would forgo his final year of eligibility at TCU and declare his name for the 2021 NFL Draft, where he was taken in the 2nd round by the Las Vegas Raiders. Well, guys, if you guys have made it this far in the video, remember to smash that like button, turn on them post notifications, and subscribe for more videos. B. Kelly out.